When you start putting in the values for x, y, and z into this problem, I think you're going to probably want your parentheses. It will be quite confusing if you don't have them. But that's up to you. As you get better and better at filling in the variables, you may not need to have this step. But initially, if you're getting it wrong, or if you're feeling confused, put the parenthesis in when you insert the number. Okay, so we have here our x term is 3. That's what we put in there. And the negative sign is outside of that parenthesis, squared, minus the value for y is 8. And then we have 9 minus the absolute value of 12. 12 is what we're putting in here. The negative sign needed to be copied because 12 was not negative. 12 was a positive 12. So we're going to put it into the parentheses like that. All right, now when we look across our problem, we've got a powers. Another set of parentheses. This is a single digit, it's a single term, I should say. It's a single term. So this 8 is ready to come outside the parentheses by itself. This term, however, has a couple of things going on. So this set of parentheses, forgot to put that one, this set of parentheses, we have to do something in there before we can let that number out as a single term. So this one is one of the most complicated ones going on. We also could do the powers in the same step because they are of equal value on the order of operations chart. So how about this? Well, let's get rid of our powers. 3 squared is 9. We've just done that much of it. But the negative has to get dropped into position. We decided not to do anything with this yet, this single term, so let's just leave that alone. Now coming over here to this section right here, our absolute value sign has to be taken care of before we can combine anything with this single term, 9. Okay, any absolute value comes outside of the absolute value sign as a positive number. So this single term right here, this single term, we can take the parenthesis away from it, and now our absolute value is negative 12. I could take the parenthesis away because it was a single term, and the absolute value of a negative 12 is 12. We've taken care of that. The rest of what's in the parenthesis is 9 minus 12. This parenthesis still needs to be dealt with. 9 minus 12. In this case, we've got a positive 9, a negative 12. Those are different, so we're going to need to subtract the numbers. 12 take away 9 is 3. But the bigger numeral, 12, carries a negative sign. So it comes out of that set of parentheses as a negative 3. Negative 9 minus 8. Now this is a multiplication. I'm reading this as multiplication because each of the parentheses has a single term in it. So I can multiply these together, which is our next step, because over here we have subtraction. And multiplication comes before subtraction in the order of operations. So 8 times 3 is 24. The signs are different. I'm just looking at the parentheses now. The signs of these two are different. So it's a negative 24. Negative 9, negative 24. We'll take care of this next. Two signs in a row that are the same turn positive. So now we have a negative 9 plus 24. Finally, we have our last step. Our signs are different, So we're going to subtract the numbers, positive 24, negative 9. Subtracting the numbers. We do some regrouping. 15. 15, and the sign of the larger numeral was 24. So that one is a positive 15. We can just show it like that.